Make sure it's all good.
Welcome back to another episode of EVTV. This is Tila.
And this is Justice.
And now we go to Justin and Logan about road closures and how they affect our local businesses.
Over the winter, we've seen many road closures due to various factors. We spoke to the general manager of a local transportation company to understand more about road closures.
It's critical that we have the road open in order to deliver our passengers to and from the Denver International Airport. In the 40 years that we've been in business, we've dealt with tens of thousands of road closures in that time, and we just presume that that's always going to happen. And that's a big reason why people end up choosing our business. For example, when Vail Pass closes, it costs, the Eagle County anywhere between, $200,000 to $500,000 a day, on closures. Even most recently this year, we had a 5-day event, one that we hadn't seen in probably 4 years or so, and the road closed numerous times. I think Vail Pass on one day was closed almost 12 hours. We don't typically see that. And that's a case that could be very affecting to businesses and certainly for our guests, our passengers, our drivers. It's very difficult to maneuver.
The Colorado Department of Transportation manages when the roads are closed up and down I-70, but some business owners would like more transparency in the decision-making process.
We do work closely with CDOT in order to really understand when they're going to close the roads, hopefully when they're going to open the roads, but these are things that are very difficult in the dynamic environment that happens in these closures to be able to predict any kind of accuracy. So therefore, I would say that they have probably one of the more challenging jobs in the country for departments of transportation, related to state. They have the toughest job of all of us in trying to balance safety and passability of the corridor. At the same time, I think all of our businesses and all of the traveling public would appreciate, during a long closure, more regular updates. At this time, there's a lot of effort put into opening that road as soon as possible, but we don't know when that could be. It could be 10 minutes or it could be 10 hours. And a lot of times with that, without knowing, it gives companies like ours and even the traveling public, makes it difficult to plan.
From Eagle Valley Student Media, this has been Justin and Logan.
What I like about My Futur Pathways is that it's an open space for girls to be themselves and just kind of have a fun time together.
I like that you meet new people and you make new friends and you make really close relationships with a lot of different people.
I love the community, the people.
I love free food.
Come to My Futur Pathways.
With the popularity of AI on the rise, EVTV asked these students their thoughts on the controversial subject.
So, I think AI, it's a pretty cool thing, a pretty useful tool for a lot of instances. It can be used for anything, image generation. It can help you with schoolwork or whatever. It's got a lot of implications in business, for I don't know. You can pretty much just do anything with it. I feel like we do have to be careful though, because it has the opportunity to take a lot of jobs just because of the what it can do. I don't know, it can do a lot of things that are just whole jobs as humans, graphic designers. I know it can do a lot of the stuff that they do. Yeah. Also, I think it's come a long way in just a year. I remember just a year ago, ChatGPT was being announced. And now, it's really, come a long ways, and also the image generation has also come a long ways. Yeah, I think overall, it's probably a good thing. I just think we should be careful.
I think AI has its benefits, and then it also has its downfalls. Students can use it to cheat, but also like start ideas for papers. I know I've used it in the past to just get some ideas down for like history papers that I have to read or English papers I have to write, and it's I think it's headed in a positive direction for now, but if we're not careful, it could take a turn at any point.
I think AI is pretty scary, but it can be used correctly if you decide to use it right. So I know if I'm ever stuck on something like a writing prompt, I'll type it into AI and I'll just kind of get a different, opinion on it. But I mean, I don't use it often, and I don't think I will continue to use it often because it's just kind of a scary technology and it seems super personable too. So I don't know.
Thank you to all of these students for sharing their thoughts. With EVTV, this has been Jackie Lane.
Here's Alan and Evan reporting on AMP, a student-to-student and teacher-to-student mentorship program for special education.
AMP is a program here at EVHS that has been around for a while, but most people don't know what it's about. We decided to fix that.
AMP is adapted mentorship program, and it takes students with and without intellectual disabilities, and we create partnerships and friendships through sports. AMP's been going on, I think, about 5 years. He was here 2 years, 1 to 2 years before me. I know they had a COVID year, and then they had an in-class year before that. AMP is an opportunity for people to be themselves and just make genuine connections. So not only are we playing multiple different sports, but we're also working on teamwork, compatibility, and so sometimes we'll read a passage and we'll talk about something like person-first language.
I like to play dodgeball.
I like to play pickup basketball the most, probably.
I feel like I bring a lot of energy to AMP. I feel like sometimes you'll see a lot of the people in there who can just be down or tired and not really in it, and I'll just kind of do the best I can do at lifting their spirit and just trying to help others. Shayla, she doesn't we haven't heard her say a word ever, and she said her first words 2 weeks ago in AMP, which was kind of crazy.
There's no negativity in that class. It's just a very positive environment, and you go in and everyone's friendly and you all have fun and you have a laugh, and it's just a lovely environment to be in.
We're just playing games. Recently we've been doing specific each semester we do a specific sport.
Well, recently we've been practicing basketball a lot because this Saturday we're going down for regionals.
Grand Junction.
In Grand Junction, and if we do well there, we qualify for the state tournament, so that's super cool. We play lots of games, and yeah, we do a bunch of different drills and stuff. Yeah, as long as we're moving around, it's just, we mix it up every day.
And I'm kind of sure I don't think if I've been to Grand Junction or not, because it's hard to remember.
And we always play some type of game. Sometimes we play knockout, sometimes we play just like Simon says, just fun games that have nothing to do with basketball.
From Eagle Valley Student Media, this has been Alan and Evan.
This is Tila
and Judas
with EVTV, and make sure to tune in to our next episode.
Now moving on to Jordan, who's going to catch us up on all of our